All right, guys, I'm still here in Dubai and I'm now here at the co-working space and I just met Ahmad.
Yes.
Ahmad, where are you from? How
Yes.
old are you and what are you doing here in Dubai?
Yes, how are you, bro? My name is Ahmed. I'm from Egypt.
Yeah.
I stay here from 1 year ago. Mainly, I go here in Dubai to search about work in a logistic field, and Alhamdulillah, I take an opportunity for working here in a logistics as a logistics manager in supply chain management. And it's a great time to working here and live the more development about the world and the trend for working in Dubai. It's a place make attractive for most of people in the world
Yeah.
to work here. It's good.
Okay, so you already live 1 year here in Dubai.
Yeah. It's
And
1
did
year.
you live before here or you just came and started living here and
Yes, in the beginning, I go in Dubai in the last January
Okay.
of this year. I searched for a work for 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Two months, yes. After 2 months, I get my opportunity to work here.
okay. And you work in the logistic industry.
Yes.
Are you managing people or what are you doing exactly?
My responsibility? I already have 10 years for experience
Yeah.
working in this field. This is international field, working with most of people and a lot of export and import. So I have 10 years in Egypt.
Okay.
And have business trip to Africa and Europe and America. After I have a fixed experience, I decided to go to Dubai because in Dubai here, Jabal Ali free zone, it's the biggest free zone in the Middle East, and the government here, it's making a different in this field.
Okay. So you work for a company which exports goods from the UAE or from where?
Yes, my company mainly working for as a shipping line or freight forwarder.
Okay.
And people who working in logistics know what is freight forwarder. It's for export, not mainly export or import, but I serve about import and export. Like you want to get shipment from China,
Yeah.
so I handle it from A to Z, from the supplier. When you finish your contract with the supplier, I manage every process and activities after you finish your contract till you get your shipment in your country.
Okay. So how did you decide to come to Dubai?
It's not easy step, yes, because in Dubai and in Emirates by general, it's very competitive environment.
Yeah.
You have a lot of nationality from the world, and you have a competitive with people from different background. So I decided from 5 years ago, I study this step and I take some threat and some obstacle in the beginning of when I decided this step. But after studying every opportunity and my strength and my weaknesses, I working about my weaknesses. I study the opportunity and the threat in this environment, and after that, I decided to take this step.
Okay. So you came without a, so you came, you planned it and then you came to Dubai?
Yeah, from 5 years ago.
And you already had a job here or you just came here and you applied for jobs and then you got your job?
Yes, when in Egypt, I already applied, but it's not it's not easy to have contract or working from the outside. Even if you work in a special field like IT, but in logistics and supply chain, the company here they need to get the opportunity now. If you have an interview and have accepted, you should to immediately go to the job.
Okay. Can you speak about your income, your salary? Just skip this question if you don't want to talk about this.
I can explain about this point from another perspective. When I beginning, I planned for target range of salaries. I will talk you about the cost in Egypt, in Dubai. When you work in Dubai, you have cost for home and housing. You have a cost for transportation, and the transportation it's so expensive. So I advise who is decided to come to Dubai should to plan to have a license from the government, a license for driving, and because you should to you have already two type, metro and the taxi, and the taxi it's very expensive. The second point about the eating and go to trip, and Dubai have a lot of places you should to visit it.
Okay, okay.
So the minimum you should to have in Dubai like 5,000 dirham, like $1,500.
Ah, okay, okay. That's the
It's
minimum you should
yeah,
have.
yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And do you own a car or are you taking the metro or taxis?
Till now, I don't get the license.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So I used the metro and the taxi.
Okay, okay, okay. You speak Arabic.
Yes.
Is it an advantage here in Dubai, or do you just need to speak English and that's fine?
Alhamdulillah, United Emirates, it's Arabic people.
Okay.
Yes. But because we have a lot of culture from another culture, people from Asia, from Europe, from Russia, from America. This is all culture. I don't work before in environment like this, but it's very rich. This
Okay.
environment is very rich. If you decided to work in Dubai, in Emirate, you should to speak in English. Like you have the essential of speaking and understanding the people in English, because every culture here from India, from Asia, from Philippines, from Arabic, you should to contact with them with one language. So the main language in the Egypt, in the world, it's English.
Okay, okay.
Yes, it's
All right. Thank you very much, Ahmed. It was a great interview.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you, thank you. All right, guys. I'm still here in the co-working space here in Barsha. What's your name and how old are you?
All right, it's nice to meet you, Viras.
Yeah,
My
nice to
name
meet you.
is Adham Mayasi. I'm originally from Palestine,
Yeah.
but I grew up most of my life over here in the UAE, and right now I'm working in this co-working space with a company called SmartCrowd, and I'm part of the compliance department.
Oh, okay, okay. Adham, yeah, was your name?
Adham, yeah.
Yeah, nice to meet you, Adham.
Nice to meet you, brother.
So you work for a startup here?
It's a startup, yeah. It's
Okay.
a startup that specifically it's a crowd funding platform for real estate investments.
Okay,
in
so
Dubai.
people who start a startup, they can apply on your platform and get investments.
Well, actually, anybody can apply in the platform. So the kind of with the vision that the owners that they had was that investing in property in Dubai has been becoming very popular worldwide, but not everybody it has the capital to actually make those investments individually. So what they decided to do is to create a platform where it basically anybody can sign up, and with as little as 500 dirhams or 1,000, they can invest in a property, and they'll be part of the shareholders of that property to basically become part owners of that property.
Oh, okay.
So they get to be a part of the success of the city, with depending on their own appetite in terms of the financials and the risk.
Oh, okay. How long are you working now for this startup?
Actually, I'm quite new. I started in August,
Okay.
so it's been just 6 months now,
Oh, okay.
and it's been a blast. It's been a blast so far.
What's the name of the startup?
It's called SmartCrowd.
SmartCrowd, okay.
Yeah.
And who's the founder? Are you also one of the founders?
I'm not the founder. The founders are he's one of the gentlemen here. His name is Siddiq Farid, and and it's started in 2018, I believe.
Okay, okay. And you grew up here in the UAE, and you also went to school here?
I grew up here. I went to school here. I went to high school. I went to university here. I met my wife here, and
okay.
I'm having my first child here as well.
great.
So my life is based here. Yeah,
Okay.
that's correct.
How is it growing up in the UAE?
Um,
And
actually-
how did it look back then when you grew up? Is it developing fast?
It was a lot different. If you can imagine, my time when I was a child here, that Dubai, it ended where the Crown Plaza at hotel is on Sheikh Zayed Road.
Oh, okay.
That was the end of the city. So if you can imagine, in the past 20 years, everything past that point, including where we are right now, was built within my lifetime. So so it really changed quite a lot from when I was here back in the 90s to what it is now. And growing up here then, I'm pretty sure it's not the same experience as growing up here in today's Dubai. Back then, it was a lot more. It was a lot more. I would say it was a lot smaller. It wasn't as technologically advanced. There was a lot of my memories is me playing out in the street, playing football in the street. So we've had those memories. Now I think that they have, because of the development in the city. If you want to play football, they have academies and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Back then we just play on the parking lot wherever we can.
Oh, so
So-
back then it was more, not so much like nowadays.
No. With the speed of the developments,
Yeah.
what has been, I would say, phenomenal, because Dubai back then was is not what it is now. Not at all. Like when I was a child, the Dera city center was probably the only mall in the city.
Oh, okay.
And then now there's 10 plus malls in the city in the space of 20 years. So it really has changed. Back then, I would say that the advantages back then was that you knew your neighbors a lot more. That there was more of a community feel. Right now, it's more metropolitan, more international. You would get to meet a lot of people from all over the world. When back then, it was probably a lot smaller.
Oh, okay. Is it an advantage to speak Arabic? I mean, you grew up here, you speak Arabic, you are from Palestine.
Right now, I feel if you speak English in Dubai, you can get as much benefit as if you speak Arabic. I say that the only advantage of speaking in Arabic that you have is that if you want to explore like the old parts of the city, like the really old parts, or maybe go out into the mountains, into Ras Al Khaimah, these areas. If you speak Arabic,
Oh, okay.
it's an advantage. But when you're in the city, English is more than enough, I'd say.
Okay. What would you tell people who also would like to come to Dubai, live here?
I say that don't limit yourself whatsoever. And I have a small message that I would want to include, if you don't mind.
Yeah, of course.
I have a stammer,
Stammer?
a stutter.
Ah, stutter, yeah.
So I have a stutter, and I just want to, for any of your viewers that have a speech impediment or anything like that, I feel the only thing that can limit you is your own mind. And if you're in a small town, if you're anywhere in the world, just understand that whatever you put your mind to it, you can make it at work. And I'll use myself as an example. That growing up with something like that isn't the easiest, I would say. And I do know other people in my life that do have the same, I would say, a challenge.
Yeah.
But they let it consume them mentally. So I would always say that as long as you put your mind to it and to work on your own skills, on your own development. Even if you're in Africa, if you're in Asia, if you're in Europe, anywhere in the world, whatever you put your mind to, it can work. If you want to come here and make something out of yourself, don't let anything stop you, I would say.
Okay, thank you very much, and yeah, thank you for doing the interview.
I appreciate it. It's my pleasure. Really, it's my pleasure. I thank you.
And I just met
Adam.
Adam. Nice to
Nice to
meet
meet
you
you as well.
You also work for SmartCrowd,
Yes, I'm here as the Chief Growth Officer at
Okay.
SmartCrowd, basically taking care of the product, the tech, and the marketing departments at the business. And to anyone who's interested, SmartCrowd is basically a real estate investments platform.
Okay.
We make it possible for anyone all over the world to invest in Dubai's real estate using fractional ownership or a minimum of $150 per investment.
Okay.
And this gives basically a solution for people that want to invest in properties but don't have a lot of capital or money to do it, to start small, build a wealth, a portfolio, and basically be successful.
How does the current real estate situation look like here in Dubai?
So it's funny enough how the real estate situation in Dubai has always looked like it's going up, right? Now, of course, compared to the rest of the world, the market here is still not that mature, which
Okay.
means that the price per square foot is way lower than cities like London, Hong Kong, Singapore, and stuff like that, which gives an advantage to people to come and invest in Dubai because capital appreciation might or might not, we don't know, but it gives room for improvement for Dubai. And we've seen how the city has evolved heavily in the last 10 to 20 years. And as you can see, real estate is everywhere in
Yeah,
Dubai.
yeah.
Developments are everywhere, from huge skyscrapers to amazing villas on the palm. This is what Dubai is. It's all about real estate.
How maybe some people would like to invest in real estate here in Dubai, but they are afraid of the ownership
Yep.
because you can't get the UAE citizenship. But if you invest in property here, you can get a visa, I think.
Yep.
How does that look like?
So basically, the first thing is anyone that wants to invest in real estate, they always, my suggestion is to always look at regulated manners, right? Companies that are regulated, licensed, don't go with companies that are not licensed, not regulated. You never know what happens. And Dubai, or UAE in general, has always have this rule implemented where foreigners, expats, they can buy properties in Dubai. And with the addition of the golden visa and stuff like that, yes, you can have a permanent residency, a golden visa for like 10 years if you invest in properties worth 2 million or above dirhams. But even if you invest in smaller properties, like we have investors on the platform from all over the world. We have investors from the UK, we have investors from Romania, we have investors from Canada, and they do everything digitally online. They don't even have to come to the country, and they get the returns online. So it's all seamless, especially in Dubai.
Okay. Did you also grow up here in Dubai?
No, so I came here after I graduated from university. So I came here around 5 years ago.
Okay.
I've always had family here, but yeah, so when I came here, I came from Cyprus, I flew here, and then the culture shock was like different. From coming from like a small island like Cyprus to a major city, it was like, all right, there's a lot of traffic, a lot of people here, which is nice, but it takes time to adjust to it.
Cyprus, Turkish side or Greek side?
So basically, I was living in the Turkish side, but my university was in the Greek side, and I used to go over the whole time. So yeah, it was an interesting journey.
Okay, and when did you came here?
So I came in 2019.
2019,
Yes.
okay.
So I've been in SmartCrowd since the early beginning. I think I was employee number 4 here at SmartCrowd. Started as an intern, and I stayed with them until today.
Okay, do you know how the founders started this company? How
Yep.
did they face this problem? How did they?
No, it was easy. Now, of course, the I wouldn't say problems, but I would say hiccups that
Okay.
they have faced is because it's a real estate crowdfunding platform. They wanted to be regulated by the Dubai Financial Services Authority by the beginning, and there was nothing as crowdfunding in the DFSA. So they literally had to go into DFSA and come up with this business plan that yes, this is what we want to do. We want to be regulated. So it took SmartCrowd, I would say, around a year to graduate from a sandbox testing environment into launching fully. But yeah, it was an exciting journey. And the funny thing is, this is the story of how this was founded. The co-founder, Sadiq Farid, he was working in a corporate job, everything was fine. And then he was like, I want to invest in real estate. And then he was thinking of, okay, do I need to put all the money that I have saved up in just one asset? What if something goes wrong, right? What if this asset, is not giving me the returns I anticipate? And how can I lower the risk on myself? And then he came up with the idea of, okay, let me go and check my friends. Do they all want to come and own a property together? You can split it, right? If I have 5 friends, 20% each, we buy a property. And that's where the whole crowdfunding element of real estate came up, and that's how he started the business.
Okay. How is it for people who, for Muslim people who cannot invest in property because getting a mortgage is not allowed?
So it doesn't affect us,
okay,
right?
okay.
Because there's no mortgages, there's no interest in the way that we do, right? It's basically, it's like buying a whole property, but instead of buying the whole property, you buy a portion of it or a small piece of it, right? Let's say that I have 500 dirhams and I can afford 500 dirhams to put in this property. That's it. I put 500 dirhams, no interest, nothing. So we follow Sharia principles.
Oh, okay, okay.
Now, when it comes to mortgages in general, a lot of people here, they actually go ahead and they take mortgages from, let's say, Islamic banks, like Dubai Islamic Bank and so forth. They have their own schemes of how they can go ahead and become more Sharia principled in terms of mortgages. I'm not too, expert in that, but when it comes to SmartCrowd, it doesn't involve any interest or mortgages.
Oh, okay, okay. Where do you see yourself in 5 or 10 years? Are you going to you are settled here. Are you
Yes.
do you plan to stay in Dubai?
Yes, I think I like it. I'm used to it by now. This is, it's becoming more and more like home for me. I like it. I think for me, it's the best place to raise a family, right? It's safe, it's secure from all aspects. I'm not gonna worry about, my wife walking around outside at 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. like other countries. My kids will have really good education, so yeah, why not?
What would you tell people who also would like to come to Dubai? They never have been in Dubai. I mean, you came and had a culture shock.
In the beginning, yes. I mean, it wasn't more of a culture shock. It was more, let's say, you're coming from a small, country, a couple of people, and then you come to a country where it's huge with a lot of people from all over the world. That's the difference. And it's a good thing, right? And I like when people come to Dubai, they're going to go ahead, especially if they're coming from a small country or a small society, they come here and they will understand the true meaning of becoming an expat, where you are introduced to too many people from all over the world, different nationalities, different cultures. And, it gets your mind opened up to this whole thing. And I think that's a benefit by itself. And then after Dubai, the whole world becomes open for you because you're not scared of, will I get along if I go to this country or this, because you've literally met people from all around the world in just one city. And the food here is amazing because you have a lot of different cuisines to satisfy the cravings of people coming in from all over the world. So you can have really authentic Thai food, and the next day you can go ahead and have really authentic Indian food, right? In other countries, you don't have that. So yeah.
What do you like here and what do you don't like in Dubai?
I like the beaches.
Okay.
Right? Especially now in winter. I don't know any other country that you also get to go, to the beach in December and January, other than, countries here in the GCC. And I also really like going off-roading in the desert. You just, get in your car and go out to the desert. It's big. It's nice to, see that part of nature. So yeah, those are the two things I do here.
Oh, okay. And what you don't like, can you also talk about that? Or?
Yeah, of course. So this is not something that, affects me that much, but I just hate malls.
Malls? Oh, malls, okay.
Going to the mall is horrible. It's too many people. So that's one thing. But again, living in Dubai, especially in the summer, that's the only place you can go to. Yeah. Right? You need the AC and you can't go ahead and walk around. So I see a lot of people actually in the summers, they travel out because of the weather. So that's something that, it kind of hits you, the whole heat, but you get used to it. The first year, it's always like, this is too much for me. The second year becomes easier and easier. But yeah, that's basically it. Everything else here is fine, except if, you need to know when should you come and stay. In the summer, you're not going to see that much of Dubai because you are restricted of going to places indoors than outdoors.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank
All
you
right.
for your
Awesome.
time.